Just 1 year ago, near the end of 2020, the Israeli Navy had the following combat ships: 3 small corvettes and 8 fast missile boats, with a total displacement between them all amounting to 7,700 metric tons. But during the past 12 months, Israel put into service 4 more larger corvettes. Their combined displacement total is around 7,800 metric tons. How did this doubling of the Israeli Navy happen this fast? How capable are those ships? And did Germany really help pay for those? Back to the Israeli Navy. The last new combat ships, not including the submarines, that the Israeli Navy procured were SAR 4.5 fast missile boats. They're small and nimble, but as any missile boats, their role is quite limited. In today's wars, relying on such single-mission anti-ship boats with little means of defending themselves is not that prudent. The last one was procured in 2003, but the whole family has a long history, as the first one was commissioned all the way back in 1980. They were built in Israel, though based on various previous designs, some of which stem back to French and German design and building know-how. Around the mid-1990s, those attack boats were augmented by a fleet of 3 small corvettes, the SAR 5, Israeli designed but engineered and built in the US, as Israel had no experience with making bigger ships. Famously, one of those ships, the INS Hanit, was hit by a Hezbollah-fired anti-ship missile in 2006. The missile detonated a bit away from the ship. 4 sailors were killed. The damage was repaired within 3 weeks. Those corvettes gave the Israeli Navy new capabilities, venturing further out into the Mediterranean, staying deployed for longer, utilizing helicopters for over-the-horizon scouting and targeting, as well as pursuing submarines, and providing half-decent anti-aircraft cover to an area. Now it seems the Israeli Navy fully embraced those capabilities and wants even more, which is why it got those 4 brand new SAR 6 corvettes. The ships were ordered in a single contract in 2015. The design is largely based on the German Braunschweig corvette, though modified and slightly enlarged for the Israeli needs. Work was done in shipyards in Germany when it comes to ship systems, though integration of various other subsystems was done in Israel. Construction cost, meaning the ship without the weapons and sensors, is estimated to be around 470 million in today's euros for all 4 hulls combined. Today that would amount to a little under $550 million. And Israel effectively got a great discount, because the German government paid for around $155 million of the program in today's money. That kind of a deal is not exactly new, as the German government subsidized a third of the cost of German-built submarines for the Israeli Navy in the past. Allegedly, part of the deal is also that the German company that signed the contract to make the ships buys some 180 million worth of Israeli products. So it's not a surprise that Israel goes to Germany to get its high-end naval vessels due to a good deal. But why is the German government doing it? Well, after World War II, Israeli and West German governments arranged for financial reparations. Throughout the decades, most of the arranged sum was paid out, though not all. And as payments through these kinds of deals, where the German government is in fact not only paying out parts of the debt to Israel, but also helps to subsidize German-owned industry, are not unexpected. The nature of the debt reconciliation between the two is quite complex, and evidently Germany does retain some say in how to pay out its debt. When it comes to the total cost of SAR 6 corvettes, the final sum is unknown, but including all the sensors and weapons, it's not unlikely that the whole cost of 4 ships will reach a few $billion. Just what is the Israeli Navy getting for that kind of money? Well, the corvettes are visibly bigger than Israel's previous biggest ship class. But let's remember, they're not replacing those ships, they're basically helping expand the entire Israeli Navy. The SAR 6 features modern multi-phased electronically scanned radar. It features a larger hangar and a helipad for a larger and more capable class of helicopters. Israel recently bought 8 second-hand Seahawk helicopters from the US. Unlike SAR 5, which has a single 20mm phalanx gun for self-defense only, SAR 6 has a 76mm multi-role gun. It has a double load of anti-ship missiles and will come with Israel's newest missile model, the Gabriel 5, It's a whole new, much heavier missile. And its air defenses are split between using two missile types. Brak 8, the same type as the SAR 5 uses, will cover the anti-aircraft role, while the Sea-Dome missiles are specialized for anti-missile defenses. Being bigger, the ship has greater endurance at sea, as well as a longer range, though it retains a similar crew number to the SAR 5. The ships were built at quite great speed, helped by the fact its sister class, the German Braunschweig corvette, is also being built for the German Navy, so it's all a well-run-in project. The first Israeli ship was commissioned in November 2020, with the second in May of 2021. The last two ships have already been handed over to the Israeli Navy. They're undergoing final sea trials and they're expected to be officially commissioned by the end of this year. With these four new corvettes, the Israeli Navy won't just grow double in displacement and grow more than double in number of ocean-going ships. It will reorient itself to a new set of roles. Indeed, as the Israeli economy grows, its exports and imports are becoming ever more dependent on shipping. So keeping those shipping lanes in the Mediterranean safe is an important task. Similarly, offshore gas rigs need protection, and large ships with greater endurance help there as well. Comparing the Israeli Navy to its neighbors in the Med, it's apparent that the Navy has grown in size, though it still trails behind Egyptian or Turkish navies, for example. So, Israeli Navy will no longer be mainly a coastal navy, shackled to its homeland. It will now be able to project power, endanger enemy submarines, ships and aircraft even far away from its shores. And remember, Binkov may talk about hypothetical wars, but only real peace can bring us all together.